Hi guys, welcome back. Chala, crafting through the chaos of life here. I am back for another lunchtime quickie video for you. Today it is about belly bands and using these window envelopes. You'll have to excuse me, I just scarfed down a bagel quickly and I'm just going to grab a sip of tea. Sorry about that. I just could feel that I was going to choke on some bagel there. So I have not seen this done before. It may very well have been done by somebody else, so I won't claim credit for it. But this just kind of came to mind and I thought it would be something fun to try. So what my idea is, and hopefully I can make this work. Let me just grab my trimmer. So the idea that I had was to kind of keep as much of the envelope intact as possible. We might have to trim it down depending on, I guess, the size of your journal, the size of the pages of your journal. I'm just going to quickly glue this down just so it doesn't get in our way. And I didn't realize either that these are all the envelopes that I have left, you guys. I get them from my office. I go through the recycling bin and I take them from my office because they are perfect for what I need them for. So it has some weird glue or something on it, but we can trim that off. So here is what I'm thinking. I will just quickly trim this. Oh, of course this is not going to work on this trimmer. Sorry, I'm going to have to grab my other trimmer. 1 second here. Oh, as I trip over everything that I have on my floor. My craft room is like under construction right now. I got stuff everywhere. Okay, so I'm just grabbing my Fiskars Sure trimmer. It's got that little wire guide, which I really like. And I'm just going to cut off that hard gluey bit and the rough edges of this envelope, just to kind of clean it up a bit. Alright, and then I want to take a very small amount off this edge here. Like the tiniest of tiniest, just to really open up that envelope. Come on. There we go. And then what this will allow us to do is, if I have a book, do I have a book? I have a book. I have lots of books. I just have my dictionary here from close by, so this will work. So this is a nice thick front page, so this will work well. So what I was thinking is that we're going to decorate it both on the front and the back and have it an over the page belly band. Like I said, someone's probably already done this out there. I just haven't come across it or seen it, but I just thought this would be really neat. And then you kind of have the window here showing what's underneath. You can tuck something in on this side and then tuck something on this side. Again, depending on your page, like this one, we're going to have to shorten it up a bit. And so I would just take my pencil, and I would probably actually do it on the bottom end here. And then I would just make a mark, cut, and then reglue, and then that would be for the right size of this page. So there's a little bit of altering that you're going to have to do for whichever journal you want to put this in. I don't have a particular journal for this to go in mind yet, so I am just going to leave them as is, decorate them up, and then when I'm ready to put them in my journal, I'll trim them down that way. Okay, so let's get started. I pulled out some papers that I printed a long time ago, so I apologize, I don't know where I got them from. They could just be free images off of Pinterest. They might be a kit from Etsy. I didn't write it down. I know that's really bad of me. I should have done that, but I didn't, so I'm sorry if you're looking to get a hold of these. I'm just gonna back up a bit here, just so we can see a little bit more of my area, my messy work area. So yeah, I'm going to just take off. I don't want to cut that bird off. I like the bird, so I'm going to use, I think, this side of the paper. So let's trim down this edge. Just use my tear ruler. And then we'll get an idea of how. So what I could do is I could put the bird actually on the other side. That's what I'm gonna do. I think that would be fun. So I'm just gonna leave a little bit extra hanging over. That way I can actually trim it to fit. I'd rather have a little too much than not enough, because that's happened before. And we'll just have to do it this way. Trim off this top bit. And now we are going to need our window kind of cut out. So how do I want to do that? Oh, I didn't glue down that edge. Okay, so I gotta think about that just a little bit. Glue that down. So if I put this over top, I can feel, kind of feel the envelope window in there. Don't know if it's enough though. Let me trim. I'm sure you guys have like some way that this might work better. You're probably yelling it at me. I wish I could hear you. But let's just kind of go with the flow. Create a fun scrap with that. And let's see if I can kind of tuck it in like this. And I'm going to not have my lead out. Wonder if I just kind of trace around this window, pressing down a bit, if it'll make a mark in my paper. If it does, that would be great. Let's see if it made a little bit of an imprint. Can't tell if I pushed hard enough. Let's try that again. I want to be careful that I'm not going to rip the little plastic piece in the envelope, but I also want to press hard enough that I'll get an imprint in my paper underneath. Does that work? No. Hey, I've got an idea though. Bear with me. Do I know where it is though? I was going to use some, not tracing paper, but carbon paper. Carbon paper would have worked, but I don't know where my carbon paper is. So, well, we'll just have to kind of wing it here. Let's see it on the other side. No. Okay, well, boo, that didn't work, but that's okay. Sorry, I need another sip of my tea here. Okay, so this is going to be the part that takes the longest. What do? Do I just rip it down and piece it together? That would probably be the quickest way. Maybe the easiest way. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, guys. Like I had the thought, it just wasn't a complete thought on how I was going to get it done. That's okay. We'll make it a little bit collage-y. It'll all be good. So I hope everyone is doing all right. Having a good day, having a good lunch hour. I have been busy at work today. Just doing some affidavit of records. Oh, I don't want to go on that. And working away. Trying to help our clients who have been hurt in motor vehicle accidents. Alright. I want to rip that about here. Again, I'm sure there's a much easier way to get that center out without ripping down the whole paper, but I think this will be just as good. Glue this up. So by the time you guys see this video, let's see, I'm doing this on Thursday, so this video will likely go up next week, maybe Monday. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. I am looking forward to the weekend and kind of dreading it all at the same time because I have to go do a Costco run, and I'm sure you guys can commiserate with me on the old Costco run. You know, but although having said that out loud, I really can't complain too much because we have a brand new Costco that's literally like right behind us. It's on the Tsutsina reservation, and it is awesome because it is nice and big. All the cashiers, excuse me, all the cashiers are usually open. I can do this in one swoop here. Yeah, all the cashiers are usually open, and I usually don't have to wait in line too long. I think that's the worst part of going to Costco is waiting in line. We used to go to one that was kind of down in another area of the city, and it actually is the busiest one in North America. And let me tell you, having to stand in that line was painful. So yeah, they get us in and out of there pretty quickly now. But you know, when you go to Costco, you always end up dropping a poop ton of money because everything's about $10 each or $20 each, and you know, you buy 10 things and boom, you're at $100. But we need the things. We need the staples. We need toilet paper and paper towel and all that fun stuff. And my husband is a little bit nervous with supply chain right now because, God bless him, he watches the news and follows it. I don't, because I find it depressing. But he's worried about all those container cargo ships that aren't able to come into port carrying all the things that we use and buy. So, oops, let's try. Oh no, I ripped it. Okay, abort mission, go back. Can always put a label or something there. But yeah, so he's concerned about obviously stores having enough stuff for everybody. So that's what we're gonna do. The Costco run. Oh, I didn't trim down this side. Let's do that. Grab my other trimmer. Turn it over on this side so I can see. So yeah, we'll end up doing that, and I also need to get Halloween candy because this weekend, of course, is Halloween, and like I had mentioned, I think in one of my previous videos, just can't buy Halloween candy too early, otherwise everybody in the house, including me, I'm just as guilty, we like to munch away on it. And I wonder why I've gained so much weight. Has anybody else gained weight over this pandemic? I never used to have a problem. Like, I used to always kind of be on the slimmer side. Like, growing up, I was kind of underweight. I used to have to drink those Ensure drinks. But, wow, as I get older, that certainly is not a problem anymore, let me tell you. I wish I could go back to those days where I was underweight. So I think that looks cute. To decorate the back, let's use that cool little bird. And this should be fairly easy because we don't have to cut any windows out of this. But this is great. This gives us a fun strip. That window part that I took out, that gives us a fun strip to play with. So I'll put that in my little strip basket that I have here. Just have, this kind of contains all my little itty bitty strips just so I can go through them if I want to make clusters and stuff. Just kind of handy to have. good old dollar store container there. Okay, let's rip this down. Like so. I mean, I could still use these bits. I might hang on to that, trim that down. I know some of you are probably like, just get rid of it. But I can't. If I can use it, I want to use it. And we'll trim some off here. Like so. Right. And here. So yeah, after Halloween gets done with, then we are kind of into birthday mode, because then it's my mom's birthday on the 4th. So we are going to, I don't know what we're going to do yet. I don't know what it's like to go out for dinner recently, because we have, it's not a passport. Our government says, or our premier says he's not going to implement a passport, but it basically is a passport. COVID passport, or vaccination passport, whatever you want to call it. So we just haven't been to a restaurant to eat in since that's come out, and how you have to show all of that, and I don't know. So I don't know if we'll actually go to one, because it seems like a hassle now, and I feel bad for all the restaurants, because, you know, it's just one more thing, one more obstacle for them. I mean, they shouldn't have to, I know I'm kind of getting political now, but, you know, in my mind, I don't think the restaurants should have to police its patrons as to whether or not they've been vaccinated. I just think that's, you know, they want to serve us food. They don't really care whether or not we've been vaccinated, like in terms of having to like make sure we have, you know, like now they have to like have people, hire people or have certain people to check those credentials. And, you know, I kind of feel like, honestly, it's none of their business if I've been vaccinated or not. I mean, I have. I think it's important, you know, for me to do what I can to help others who may not necessarily be able to get the vaccine, or too young or elderly or what have you. But again, when it comes to having to go to a restaurant, I just want my food. I just want to have a good time with my family. You know, so yeah, meh, that's me. That's my little political rant for the day. But again, I feel bad for the restaurants, because, you know, they didn't sign up for that. That's, you know, that's not something that they should have to do. So yeah, there's that. All right, so we've got one done. Again, you can decorate this up more. You can add labels, you can add little focal points. Yeah, I just think that is super cute. I like the paper I use too. So let's give this a little bit of an ink up. Again, when I go to use it in a journal, I might have to trim down the bottom a bit to fit, but let's just ink it while we can. Kind of give you the finished idea, the finished look here. You can always re-ink the bottom of that once it's time. But yeah. So I don't know if we'll go out for dinner with my mom, or maybe to order in, or I know that her and I and my niece have a nail appointment the day after her birthday, so that'll be fun. We'll go and get ourselves zhuzhed up, get our nails done. I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing my Halloween type nails. So yeah, we'll get something different. I don't know what I'm going to do this time. I'm not sure whether my nail tech lady is excited when she sees me because I do something different with them all the time, or if she's like, oh God, here's this chick again. What does she want me to do this time? I don't know. Well, the last time she made suggestions of what I should do, so who knows? Maybe she gets excited to try something different. And so there, I think that is super fun. Look at that. And you can text something in there. You can even put like a little notch out, I guess, if you want. You could even, yeah, glue it, have it kind of go over top of both sides of the page and just glue it, and it could be side tuck as well on both sides of the page. Again, do a little finger punch there. So yeah, you could either do it on, have like a, use it as a belly band, or a side tuck on both sides of the page. That would be fun too. So there we go. There's our first one. Let's see what we are at for time. Not too bad. Let's see if we can hammer one more out, and then I'll probably have to call that a video because I do have to get some laundry into the washing machine over my lunch hour here because apparently the kids need clean clothes. So yeah, gotta go do that. Make sure I leave myself time to do that. Alright, so there's one, and let's use this bigger one. Oh, thank you, Canada Revenue Agency, and your beautiful big windowed envelopes. It's the only time I get excited to see anything from Canada Revenue Agency is their envelopes that I get to use later, right? Always have to look on the bright side of life. Yeah. They say the only sure things in life is death and taxes. And if you're a crafter, it's the Canada Post or the Canada Revenue Agency window envelopes that you can use later. Alright, and we'll trim this one down. Just to skosh off the edge here. Alright. Oh. A little cutout here. That might be okay. This might be one that I want to put on the edge and use it as like a side tuck. I might use that to my advantage. I still have a little flap. Guess I could glue it back on. But you know what? Let's go with this. Let's go with it. Let's make it work for us. Okay. Start on this side. What other fun papers do I have? Let's see. Oh, that one's kind of pretty. We could do this one where the window is at the bottom. This one we have at the top. We could do this one where the window's at the bottom. But then would that work? Yes, it would work for the side tuck-in. Yes, let's do that. Okay. So in that case, I kind of like this, but then I'd cut out the bird. Guess you could also do it, do it on the bottom of a page too, right? Like, no you can't, Chala. No you can't. You'd have to cut this side and then kind of slip it in. I mean, it would still work. Hopefully I'm on screen so you can see that. I was kind of thinking of like, have it go on the bottom of the page like this. So you'd have to cut this side here for it to slip up. And then you could have like a little window tuck there and then one on the other side. But I digress. I've been hit by the tangent fairy. So let's get back to the task at hand. Are these the same? Oh, they're not. One has this little piece and one doesn't. Okay. That one's kind of nice. Do that one. Look at those beautiful flowers. Okay, I'm running out of time. Pick one. Oh, Edith Holden. I have to have something on the front and back. I want it to go this way. So if I did this on the front, this on the back. But do I want that on the back? Kind of do. Let's use this one. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All the thinking makes my brain hurt. Is this one going to, am I going to have enough? Just, okay. Let's rip off the top. Yeah, and so, what was I saying? Yeah, my mom's birthday is on the 4th of November, and then my son's birthday is on the 9th of November. So then we gotta think of what we're going to do for him. I'm not sure if he wants to have, I guess, kind of like a party or get together with his friends. Again, it's so hard right now to know what the right thing to do is for them. So, yeah. I'll have to decide that. And I don't even know what to get him for his birthday, to tell you the truth. He's turning 13. Oh, what an age, what an age. A 13-year-old boy. I mean, a girl. Easy. Makeup, right? What little girl, 13, well, not little at 13, but what 13-year-old wouldn't love to have some makeup? Don't really think he's quite into that. Although, he does like to paint his nails every once in a while, much to his father's chagrin. But, yeah, I don't know what to get him. I mean, they have everything that they could possibly want or desire. There's no lacking in that. In fact, they're probably spoiled. In fact, I know they're spoiled beyond belief. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's rip this up to about here. And then here to about the same area. There we go. Try that out. See, what was he asking me for? He wanted a pocket watch, which is kind of cool, but I know he got a pocket watch for Christmas a couple of years ago from my mom. She gave him a really nice, I think it was a Zelda one actually, but it was really cool. And of course he can't find it. And I just think that he should probably spend some time cleaning his room to find this pocket watch, which he thinks I have, that I took, which I didn't. I would have no use for it. But I think he needs to clean his room and find the pocket watch, because I'm not going to buy him another one. That just doesn't seem reasonable to me. I think he should clean his room, which is an ongoing struggle. I mean, I know as a kid, my room wasn't perfect, right? Like, my mom growing up was a bit of a clean freak, even she will admit it. So things always had to be just so and in perfect order, like show home, ready house. So we didn't, like, we made messes, don't get me wrong, but we always had to clean them up, and, you know, I should have probably inked that, that's okay. You know, so we, like, our house had to be clean. And I feel like no matter how hard I try to instill in my kids that we need to clean up, their rooms are just a disaster. And I try to kind of put myself back in there when I was their age, and it's just a room, doesn't matter if it's messy. And, you know, it is their room, and to a degree I think they should be able to keep it kind of how they want it and not stress too much. But I think when it comes to the point where social services should be knocking on your door because they can't. I mean, my son's room looks like a hoarder lives there. It's just, I have to close the door. Every time I walk past it gives me anxiety. So, yeah. And of course the kids want phones too, and I'm not into that. We had an extra phone and kind of gave a trial run of letting them, I should probably do the back, to see if they were responsible enough for one. So we had an extra one, and of course, nope. They were not. They were not responsible. They were not ready. In fact, I think my one son racked up quite a hefty phone bill, because we told him it was just for phone for emergency, and I believe his friend was texting him, and he racked up like an insane amount. And so that did not go over well with the husband at all. Let's see. I want to kind of center this. I don't want to take too much of this off. So I'll just rip it here. So yeah, I don't think he's going to be getting a phone for his birthday. I don't think it's necessary. Throw a quarter and a dime at him and tell him to find a payphone. I'm sure wherever he goes there'll be a phone available, and he doesn't go out very much by himself anyways, so really no need for one. All they do is end up watching TikTok videos. I can't really say anything too much about YouTube videos because I like watching my YouTube videos, watching my crafty peeps. I like to support them. But yeah, I just don't think it's really necessary for a 13-year-old to have a phone. Lost my glue page there for a minute. Alright, get this glued down. So yeah, if you have any ideas on what to get a 13-year-old boy for his birthday, please leave that in the comments down below. I'm struggling. I need your help. Help a mom out. Something that I would rather give the gift of memories. So I'd rather, like, I don't know, not like it's easy to do right now, but like do a little trip, or, you know, I'd rather give the gift of memories and stuff. Lord knows we've got enough stuff. So leave me a comment below. I did not, I glued that down. Forgot about that. Okay. I need my scissors. Do I have, sorry, my cutter beads just out of reach. So yeah, this is the envelope that had that little kind of, I don't know if you can see that there, that little notch taken out, so I need to cut that out. Because I liked that. And I went and I glued over top of it. That's okay. We can fix it. Alright. Trim that down a bit. Alright, and we wanted, yeah, that works. Because this is going to go on, where's my book? This one we're going to do a side tuck to it, right? So if I put it on the page like this, and then I obviously trim it down, right? Because we'd have to trim it down to the size of our journal pages. But then if I glue it on this edge of the page, yeah, so we've got kind of a tuck there, so I'd have to cut off the top if I need to. So slide something in there. Do I have, let's see. Just grab a tag for now. So yeah, we could, it's obviously not the right size, but I could put something in there like that. Journal card. And then if it's stuck on the side there, then we have kind of that little notch out there that we can stick something on this side. Alright, we'll ink that up. And then I think we will call this done because laundry awaits. Now you're not going to see this bit, right? Because if we glue that, no. Yeah, we're not necessarily going to see that bit because it's going to be underneath. So, okay, sorry, I had a mental moment there. Call it video brain, because never fails when you get on videoing yourself, you kind of blank out. It's almost like stage fright, I guess. I don't know. Worrying more about what I'm saying, I guess, and what I'm doing. That's probably it. Okay. I'm going to have to glue these down better. I may actually, on this one, I could do it on both, probably, because I may actually sew. Because this would fit over the arm of my sewing machine. So I may actually give these a sew around. But then if I have to cut them down for my page, that's not going to work. Okay, so there's that. Well, I will just then go around and make sure I have everything glued up. Again, I mean, I can sew it. I would just have to sew it when I'm ready to put it in a journal. That would be okay. That would work. All right, just glue this a little bit down. And that, my friends, is our video. Come on, little pin. That is our video for today. So let's take a look at the two that we created. I think these are super fun. This is going to go this way. I think these are super fun and are going to look really cute on pages and create tuck spots and belly bands. So thanks so much for joining me for today's lunchtime quickie. I hope you have a great day, and P.S. I love you. I just want to thank you so much for spending your time with me today. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're looking for specific materials that I've used in today's video, go ahead and check out the links down below. As well, I'd really love it if you sent me some snail mail. I'm always interested to know what you guys have been up to and what you've been creating, and I'd love to share your cards on my next video. Thanks so much again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. P.S. I love you.